Hi guys, welcome back to the workshop. This is part 6 of the ME109 Funfighter build. A little bit more progress made. This video is going to be spread out over a little bit more time because it's going to take a little while to get things done. But since the last video, made a bit more progress, as I said. Fuselage, forward sheeting is all glued up nicely. Just needs, the next thing I'm going to do, the front end here, is just take the top level. I'm not going to round it off just yet because I need to see what goes on the front end here, balsa block wise, and then once I've got that flat, I'm happy with it. I'm then going to attack this rear side sheeting. The sheeting that's already on here has curved nicely. I'll be able to glue that up quite easily. The only thing yet that I'm still having to play with or think about is this join in the sheetings, but that's not a major issue. So that's the fuselage as we speak. It's come out pretty well. I've actually just noticed the sheeting here isn't quite flush, but again, a little bit of filler, I'll be fine with that. The wings have started. You saw in the last video I was putting the glue in, for gluing the veneer back onto the foam. Well, we've got some leading edges and trailing edges on now. Again, this is the wing that's got the damage in it. So if you can see that well. They've got on quite well. One thing I have noticed, and this was when I went to stick the trailing edge on one piece, I think it was possibly, sorry, leading edge. There's a leading edge on that wing. The material that came in the kit didn't seem to be big enough. So a bit of an investigation. It actually turns out that that wing panel is a different size to that wing panel at the root. It's a different aerofoil almost. I'm not too worried about it. It just meant that the supplied piece of material didn't fit. I just had to get another piece of quarter sheet out, cut it to size, stick it on. It's only quarterable, so it's not a major problem. The concern will come when I go to glue the wings together and make sure I get them all lined up properly, because if it's thicker it's fine, as long as I get the angles right between the two so I don't induce a roll or a twist into the wing. Although this build does seem to be having twists all the way through it. So the thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to sand off the fuselage. I'm going to get the tips sanded back of these excess pieces and get the tips glued on. There's a balsa block tips to go on. Once they're on, I'm going to see about working and filling out this damaged bit here. That's how I'm just going to use thin balsa sheets and just laminate it up. And then I'm going to sand the leading and trailing edges flat, but I'm not going to round them off or anything like that, because that'll be the last thing I'll do just before the wings get glued together. I'm not gluing the panels together until I've got the servos sorted out and positions for them, which I've explained in a previous video. So yeah, I'll carry on with that and come back to you once I've got a bit more done. Hi guys, welcome back to the second part of this video. Had to go back through the last section to see what happened last time. Although I'm wearing exactly the same jumper, this section's been filmed about 4 weeks after the previous one, so I had to go back and see where I'd got to, so I didn't duplicate information I've been telling you. So where have we got to? Right, fuselage. Forward sheeting, it's been sanded flat. Again, as I said, I haven't rounded it yet because I want to make sure I get the front ends sorted out. Fuselage join here, I've doubled it up with I don't know if you'll be able to see that well, just a piece of balsa on the inside. This sheeting's all been glued and pinned down. I can't remember if that had been done last time. I'm contemplating putting a rudder on it. I don't know if I will do that yet, but I need to make a decision before I put this sheeting on, because also I need to get a control run through. I might well not do that, just because I want to get it built. It doesn't need a it doesn't need a rudder. It's just something that I'm contemplating. My dad suggested it. They're actually up this week. There's a few other things that I'll come on to in a minute about that. So that's the fuselage. The wings, when I left it, we didn't have any tips on. We've now got some tips on the wings. leading edges and trailing edges on this wing haven't been sanded yet because I was waiting to get this. I mentioned before there's a bit of damage in the tip here. Cut a little piece of balsa in there and then fill it and sand it and whatnot. So this wing hasn't been sanded. Just like a bit of glue. This wing hasn't been sanded to shape yet, but this one has. This one's been profiled. It's all been sanded nicely. Hasn't been fully rounded off at the leading edge, but again I said I was going to leave that until right at the end. Upside down. So it's looking quite good. The only issue we've got, again I don't know if you can see, right at the tip here is wafer thin. Now all I've done is I've sanded it to the profile of the wing and it's come out really thin. So on suggestion of somebody not too far away, what I'll probably do is just take that just off at a little bit of an angle, just to give it a bit of thickness here. Probably lose about 1/4 of an inch off the tip and taper in the aileron just a little bit, both wings, to do the same. Just noticed it's got a bit of a glue mark down there, just so it gives it the same profile across both wings. But having it wafer thin like that is just asking to get broken. So yeah, that's the wings as they are just now. I mentioned before I'm not going to join the wings until I've got the servos sorted out. The servos are actually going to be in the wing panel themselves, not in the centre as per plan. I'm going to be using some thin profile wing servos. Haven't got them yet for one reason or another. So it's getting to a stage now where I can't really do huge amounts more on the wings until I've got those servos. What I can do is I can get the other wing sanded, profiled up and whatnot, get this damaged area filled and ready. I need to make a decision on the whether or not I'm having a rudder. If I'm going to have a rudder, I need to get that sorted out, get the control run in for that. I want to keep it as light as possible. This is where I'm sort of trying to weigh things up. I want to keep it as light as possible because it's going to be a sloper, but it'd be nice to have the functionality of having a rudder, just to make it 3-channel on the slope. So I'm not sure whether to do that or not. I'll probably end up not doing that. I'll probably end up just having it 2-channel for ease, lightness, which means then I can get on with doing the fuselage. So really the next step on the fuselage, I suspect, is getting the side sheeting on at the rear. Albeit all the pins are still here, it is glued solid. Get the other side sheeting on, getting that all made up, sanded, and then see where we go from there. I don't want to do too much more on the fuselage until I've got the wing made, because I need to get the wing dowel. Again, I don't even see that. I need to drill through, put the wing in place, and then drill through into the wing to secure it. I need to get the wing fixings in the back. They go in here somewhere. But it's getting there. And then I need to build out the front, work out what needs to go on the front, shape it, balsa block it, etc. But it's getting there. So that's probably as far as we're going to go with the build on this video. I have got to mention Harris and Josh. Apparently they're avid followers of what I'm doing. They're two of my son's schoolmates at school, so hi Josh and Harris. If there's anything that you've been following with this that you want to know, I've been doing, comment in the bottom. And if you like what I do, want to know when I put another video up, there's a subscribe button down there somewhere, so hit the subscribe, or on my face when it comes up. There's a little bell. If you tick the bell on whatever I think it's a bell or a box or something, you get notifications as to when I put a new video up. So hopefully I'll get some more done on this soon. Progress is going to be a bit slow now because my work's going to start getting in the way. But as and when I get stuff done, I'll post the videos up and keep you updated with the progress. So for now, I'll say goodbye and I'll catch you again soon.